Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Henderson, I trust that you are aware of continuing contamination issues with water supplies across the United States. The Air Force, including the Air National Guard, is dealing with contamination as a result of chemicals known as PFCs expelled by firefighting units on these bases. There are 2 known sites in New York, one at the 106th on Gabreski and one at the 105th in Newburgh. My understanding is that cooperation has now begun again between the community and the base in Long Island, but not in Newburgh. In last year's defense authorization bill, we required the DoD to come back to us with language to allow for a cleanup of Guard and Reserve bases. The language was due last week, and we are still waiting. Are you aware of this issue?
With regard to the status of the language, I've just been made aware of it, Senator.
Okay. Do I have a commitment from you to work with my staff and the committee to address any problems with authorities and to move the process forward expeditiously?
Yes, Senator.
Thank you. The communities do not have the luxury of waiting to clean their water. Do I have your commitment to work with my office and the relevant local authorities to address adverse consequences resulting from the delays on the part of the department?
Absolutely. If confirmed, I am fully committed to the health and safety of our service members, their families, and the surrounding communities as a matter of highest priority.
Thank you. Mrs. Baer, the Navy operated a Naval Weapons Industrial Reserve in Bethpage, New York, beginning in the 1930s, which has resulted in at least 2 plumes containing chemicals classified as carcinogens. Since the identification of contamination concerns in 1976, the plume has spread and is currently threatening over 20 additional public drinking wells that serve over 250,000 Nassau County residents in Bethpage, Levittown, Massapequa, South Farmingdale, and Wantagh. In the fiscal year 18 NDAA, I worked to secure an amendment authorizing $23 million in federal funding from the U.S. Navy's Environmental Restoration Fund, which allows the department to identify, investigate, and clean up former waste disposal sites on military property. This environmental restoration funding authorized in the NDAA is critical to restoring and protecting drinking water for thousands of people on Long Island. Are you aware of this issue?
Yes, Senator, I am.
And if confirmed, do I have your commitment to take a close look at the situation in Bethpage and how to ensure that it gets cleaned up?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Thank you very much.